Fine, you told us how email marketing works. How do I write emails that sell? I'm Mike from Sparkler Digital, and I'm here to tell you. So, welcome to the channel. The average cold call response rate is just 8.5%, according to Clenty.com. And they have a rule that if you follow, it's a 30-30-50 rule, which gauges the success of your outreach campaign. If you aim for a 30% open rate, a 30% response rate, and a 50% conversion rate, you're doing pretty well. So what does that look like? Well, if you sell 100 or send out 100 emails and 30% open, that's 30, right? And times 30% is another 9 people that respond. And then 50% sales rate, you have 4 sales. But what if you have less than an 8.5% response rate? Well, the more widely accepted average really is about between 1 and 5%. So your 4 sales weren't really 4 sales, it's really 2 sales, right? Okay, that's fine. So then why is sending cold email so lucrative? Well, because if you follow the rules, it's cheap and scales, right? The rules, CAN, spam, and GDPR. Now, if you looked at our last video, you saw that there are rules around sending email, right? You can't just send them out. And if people don't have a way to unsubscribe or give you feedback, then you're breaking the law and that can cost you a lot of money. But if you do it correctly, it's cheap. It's a fraction of a penny per email. And it scales because billions of people have emails. Matter of fact, many of these people have multiple emails, work and home and what have you. So, how do you write an email that sells then? Well, there's a few ways to do it. First of all, you want to personalize it. And we're going to go into that a little bit. Second, you have to have a strong subject line, right? You need to build interest, really build interest and desire, and then have a clear call to action. So, going back to our last video, we talked about the AIDA framework. That's awareness, interest, desire, and action. So you engage with a catchy subject line, which we talked about. You have you create interest by elaborating on the benefits and features of your business. You create desire to intensify their emotional connection, and you have a clear call to action. Now, that's fine. How do you do this? I said last time we did it through AI, but I think we're going to see today that's really AI and you. So AI is going to give you the main points. You're going to have to elaborate on those points. Perfect example of a subject line. Are you tired of dealing with plumbing issues in your home or business? Look no further than ABC Plumbing. Now, this is AI driven content. So what should you do next? Well, you'd say, okay, I improved it a little bit by saying have a leaking emergency, something much more immediate. ABC Plumbing is here to the rescue. Okay, great. That's okay. Well, a little bit better. Bob, do you have a leaking emergency? ABC Plumbing will be there when you need us most, 24/7 or 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So, what is so much better than this subject line? One is that the larger the subject line, the longer the subject line, believe it or not, people open those more. Matter of fact, 33% more people open long subject lines other than the 2 or 3 words. Number 2, 8%, 8 to 10% really, have, if they see their name, here you look at Bob. Bob is, that's personalized, and you need tools to do that, but, and then emoji actually has 8 to 10% more open rate than that. So if you add those up, you really have between let's say, a 25 to 40% chance of somebody opening it up in the first place. And if they don't open up, they're not going to read it. So here, this is another AI. I'm not going to read this to you because it's just too long, but what you need to do next is actually create interest and desire in the body of the email. And this is, of course, is just AI just throwing out a bunch of text. And I think what you'll find is that you want to get to your point in the body of the email, because people, unless they're looking for something very technical, they're not going to do a lot of reading. And in our example, we're talking about a plumber. So there's only a few things. So what I did is went and rewrote it. So I'll read this. Your interest, whether it's a leaky faucet or clogged drain or a burst pipe, these problems disrupt your life and cause costly damage to your home. This is very personalized, right? Right. So we know we're dealing with a consumer, not a business, and so we're saying you have a home. Now, your home could be an apartment, it could be a condo, it could be a single family home. It's a home, though, right? So you want to be a little bit generic, but be personalized at the same time. And then desire. We provide exceptional service and the most competitive pricing in your area. We believe that quality plumbing services should be accessible to everyone without breaking the bank. With ABC Plumbing, you can expect top-notch workmanship at an affordable price. So what this does is this gets straight to the point. You're creating interest in the first sentence, and in the second sentence, you're creating a little bit more desire about that product, right, or service. And then lastly, you want to do a call to action. Now, this is AI driven right now. I'll read it. Well, you don't need to read it. You could read it. But essentially, it's very generic, right? It's say goodbye to leaks and drips and clogs. ABC Plumbing is here to save the day. Well, okay, that's great. It's not very catchy. You want to be a little bit more direct. You want to give clear calls to action. Don't let the plumbing in your home ruin your day. Call us or just schedule an appointment or visit our website. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Clear call to action. And then we have a button underneath that would be a click to call. And it's basically a click it. And if most people are looking at this on their cell phone, most likely, and then they can click and call you right away. Or, if they're on a laptop or a desktop, they can just pick up the phone. And then your name as the business owner and a logo. So you could go one step further, is actually intersperse that person's name within the email, and you have special tools to do that. Anyway, I hope this is helpful. If it was, please subscribe and hit the notification bell, and we'll see you next time.